We as detailers, when we first start, do not know what it takes to be successful. We think if we provide a great result, that it's just going to get us a ton of business and a ton of money coming in. And that's honestly just not true. Yes, quality results are a necessity for long-term success, but it's not everything. It's not what it takes. It's probably only 50% of what it takes to actually own a successful detailing business. So what does it take to have success in this industry? Well, we're going to find out here soon. So as some of you may know, we have launched the Detail Community, which is a full community full of courses, lessons, trainings on how to grow your detailing business. This is for detailers of all different levels, whether you just started, have already started, or have been open for years. This is a great place to come learn strategy systems that I know your competitors are probably not using. It goes over SEO, email marketing, sales strategies, tools that you need within your business to grow. So it goes over everything on the business side of detailing. If you're interested in joining that, if you're watching on YouTube, there's a link in the description. If you are listening on Apple Podcast or Spotify, go to thedetailcommunity.com/join, and that'll get you some more information on joining. And trust me, it goes over everything. It cuts out that trial and error phase of doing business. And it takes years to learn a lot of things because you go through, trying something and then it fell. This is going to show you what works, what is proven to work, what are some of the top detailing businesses are using within their business. So if you'd like to check that out, it's only $49 a month. So less than a bottle of ceramic coating. This community is going to show you how to make more money, work less, get more leads coming in for $49 a month. So it's a no-brainer. Check that out. It's thedetailcommunity.com/join. And you also, if you follow me on social media, you see that we just launched that, and this is actually our first episode. So hopefully it hits home for some detailer out there. Hopefully it hits home for you, because there's going to be a lot more coming. It's going to be episodes on sales, marketing, all around the business side of detailing. So we go into the topic that really that's really not been discussed a lot within our industry. We as detailers are more on results based, like more on hands-on results. We like to see perfection within our details, but we like to neglect the business side of things. And a lot of detailers are struggling because of that, because they don't have enough information there within our industry showing them what to do, what strategies to use, what do you need, what do they need to be doing on the business side, and it's really neglected. So that is what the Detail Spot podcast is going to be all about. It's going to be all about showing you detailers how to really grow and level up your business. And that's kind of what I wanted to really go with a meatier subject, a really juicy subject for the first episode, and it's all about what does it take to own a successful detailing business. It takes a lot more than just the result, and the result is only half of it. Like I said, yes, you do need to have good results because you need that word of mouth flow, and you need your customers to be talking about how good of a job you do. But you also need to be good at marketing. You need to be good at sales. You need to be good at customer communication, building relationships and connections with your clients. It's something that is neglected within people within our industry. Detailers start every day because it's a very low point of entry. It's a low cost to join to start a business. You really only need maybe $1,000, probably even less, really, to start a detailing business, and that's why you're going to see them pop up and you're going to see them close down on a regular basis, because those people are not putting the time, putting the work in when it comes to the other things besides just detailing. So what does it take? What does it take to own a successful detailing business? Like I said, it takes marketing, networking, sales strategies, SEO, your website, branding, all of these things, all of these hats you wear as the detailing business owner. It's more than just showing up to the client's house and detailing. So let's talk about building relationships. This one is huge because whenever I first started, I literally sat on my couch for the first year wondering, when is my phone going to ring? When am I going to get calls coming in? I'm not paying my bills. I'm not making ends meet, and I have this dream and this goal or these goals, but I'm not achieving them because I think I'm a good detailer and that is it. I don't have clients to show my work to. So you have to be good at building relationships with the clients that you do come in contact with. You have to think of it like this. Each client that you encounter, that you show up to their house, if you're mobile or if they arrive to your facility, think of it as if they know 100 people, 100 rich people that are great clients. So think of it like that. Think of that client as a great client, because you don't know until you're done, and until you're done with the service, and then they start saying how great you were and that they're going to tell all their friends. But if you didn't build that relationship, they're not going to be wowed. They're not going to be you didn't provide that wow factor to them. So they're not going to even tell you that they know 100 people. So each client, treat them like they are the best client ever. Treat them like they know 100 people that have money, that are willing to pay for your services. So build the relationships. This is huge. And that kind of leads into my next point, and it's networking. Networking is going to be the greatest way. Yes, marketing is huge and branding is massive, and it all goes together, but networking is great because you get to go to other business owners, other people within your community, and build connections with them as well. Now think of it like this. Other small business owners are a lot of times great clients because they know your struggles. They know what you have going on and what it takes to run a business. So they're generally not going to be bad clients. They're going to be the people that you want to provide your service for. So go out and build connections with them, network. And it's not selling to them. It's just simply letting them know, hey, who am I? What do I offer? What are my goals? Tell them your ambitions, show them that you're hungry and you're going to make an impact within your community. And having them on your side would be huge. So get to know them, build connections with them. And what happens here is maybe they say, okay, great. I want you to detail my car, or I want a ceramic coating on my car. You detail for them, you wow them, you've already built that connection, hopefully, and then they tell their clients. They have clients as well, so you kind of tap into their system, their networking system, and who they know. So now if you do that with enough people, it's kind of like a domino effect, and your word of mouth just gets out there and it spreads like wildfire. So network, get out there, reach small businesses, go to people within your community. A great way is maybe the Chamber of Commerce. That is a full networking platform within your city. If you have a Chamber of Commerce, more than likely you do. Just contact your city and see if you can get in contact with someone who is in the head of the Chamber of Commerce. This is a paid community, but it will get you money back, and it's a way to get into your community and dive in and get to know some of those people who love to talk. Getting in contact and networking with people who just love to talk, that is huge because your name's going to come up and it's going to spread. And that's what you want. So make sure to network, build relationships with your clients. The next one would be, let's talk sales strategies. That's another hat that you wear. You have to be a salesman, and you don't have to be a sleazy car salesman. That is not what we are within our industry, but it is a hat that you have to wear because you're in business to make money. So sales is another part of detailing. What I mean by sales is you just educate the client on what can benefit them based on maybe what their areas of concern is, or based on what their vehicle needs or how you can benefit their vehicle. So for instance, if you arrive for a basic level 1 service on a brand new Mercedes, They just purchased the vehicle. The client has mentioned that they want to baby this vehicle and they want it to last a long time. So while you're there, don't just provide that level one without offering something else. And offering something else could be as simple as maybe a 1-year coating, or it could be as simple, or it could be offering your highest, maybe an 8-year coating. Maybe an 8-year coating is the longest lasting coating that you offer, or maybe it's lifetime. I don't know. Whatever your highest package is, offer it to them. Tell them some different options and how that can benefit their vehicle, how it's going to protect it long term. And if they say no, okay, great, counter them maybe with a 1-year coating. But offer them something else that can benefit them based on their areas of concern or based on what the vehicle could use or how it could benefit the vehicle. But offering that is selling. It's simple. It's not like a used car salesman. It's not sleazy. It's very simple. It's not crazy, and it shouldn't offend them, and it won't offend you, or it won't offend them, and it shouldn't make you feel uncomfortable. So, because you're in business to make money. So, and you have to always remember that. Keep that in mind throughout your journey or throughout your years in business. You're in business to put food on the table and to achieve your goals. And you need funding. You need that fuel for your business to succeed. So selling is huge, and you need to wear that hat as well. Let's talk marketing, and I'm going to throw branding in the mix of marketing because they kind of tie together. Branding is huge. It's honestly my favorite part of business because I did not realize it when I first started. When I started putting a lot more time into making an authentic or creating an authentic brand that was unique and was different than my competitors and was different than everyone, then it was different, and it was something new to the area that I was in. So it was something that made me feel good because I created it. You have to have that sense of pride when you're creating your brand, because you're creating something that it's kind of like the clothes you wear. That's how I always like to describe branding. It's like, do you like Jordans? Is that what matches your personality? Is that what, is that your swag? It's your brand. It's your appearance. So, and your logo and your website and the posts that you post on social media, all of that content is your brand. It's how you are being perceived by your client, and you have to create something that is different. If you're watching and you're looking at like I said, there are a bunch of detailers starting on a regular basis. If you're looking at their content and you're looking at their logo and you're looking at their brand and you want to mimic it exactly, there's nothing unique about it, and you're not going to stand out to your client either, doing the average and doing what everybody else is doing. And that's why a lot of detailers fail, because they are not putting that time and that effort into creating something that is authentic and that's going to stand out to the client. Now, look at other industries as well. If you're really stuck on getting a logo made, or maybe you're rebranding, if you've been in business for a while and maybe you're rebranding, look at other trades, look at other industries and get ideas from them, and let's branch out, because a lot of detailers really keep it simple and only look within our industry and say, oh, I like that logo. Well, that logo is probably used 50 million times within just the US alone. So branch out in other industries, get ideas, get inspiration from other logos and other content and other industries alone. So get ideas from them, get inspiration from that, and kind of build it into your brand. So branding is huge. Now marketing is just as big as well, because now marketing is where you display your brand. Social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Google, your website. All of these are ways to get your stuff in front of your potential client, and you need to be on all of those. I hear all the time, where do I need to get leads? Where should I be putting my time? And there is no right answer, because you need to be on all of them. You need to be putting in time on each one of them. Are some of those going to get you more clients? Yeah, probably. You're probably going to dominate maybe in one area where other areas just don't get you clients. A good example is I personally think Google My Business is going to get you more clients that are ready to book, because those clients have already done the initial searching. They've already put in a little work, and it may not seem to you as like a lot of work just searching, but it is in like a subconscious way. When a client or when someone searches or when someone takes a step, that's one step closer to getting on your schedule. Now on Facebook and Instagram, most of the time they're scrolling and they stumble across, and then you may get a message saying how much for your services. And a lot of those are tire kickers because they didn't really do a lot of work besides just shooting you a message. When someone is on Google, they're searching because they're generally ready to buy, and then they message you. So they've already eliminated two steps versus, Instagram and Facebook. They kind of scroll and stumble across you, but not to say that you won't get a client from there. That's why I say you have to be relevant on every platform. Dominate your area in every platform possible. Because you don't know where your potential client that could be calling in the next 5 minutes is at that time. So dominate on every platform, put effort in on every platform, build a unique brand, because that unique brand is what is essentially going to be the deciding factor to that client, to the potential client. That is the deciding factor. If your client has not used you or your competitor's services, they need to see a brand that sticks out to them, and that's who they're deciding to use. That's who is making that decision, or your brand is what's making that decision for them. It builds trust before the trust has even been built. If you haven't provided a service yet, your brand is what's building that initial trust to get them to call you. So when they look at your reviews and they look at your brand and they say, okay, well, this person put time and effort into creating this, I know they're not going to scam me. I know they're not going to do a terrible job, because these people are saying they're great and their brand looks great. I'm going to give them a shot. Boom. They pick up the phone and they call you. So brand is huge. And if you look like the other 4 to 5 detailers within the 10-mile radius of you, you're just rolling the dice, and you have a very small percentage of actually getting that client. So create a unique brand. Branding is the one thing I really want to emphasize, because it's probably the biggest deciding factor there is. So you wear all of these hats as a business owner that I didn't know, and you probably didn't know either when you first started. And if you've been in business for a while, you slowly realize it, because you don't get clients coming in, and you don't get you're not making money, and you're just not making ends meet. Your goals aren't being met, and your dreams kind of dwindle in a way. It almost gets overwhelming with just fear, with you almost get kind of self-conscious in your business, because you don't know if you're good, because clients aren't calling, and it's awful, honestly. And you slowly realize, if you've been in business for a while, that you need to be doing all these things. And it's pretty cool to see the transition from not getting calls and then putting on all those hats and start putting in work in all of those areas, and you see calls coming in, you see your business grow, you start gaining momentum. And once you start gaining momentum, your goals are being met, and you're starting to create new goals because you've already achieved your original goals. So once you start putting in effort in every area, you'll see a huge boost in your business. It's crazy. And that's what's so cool about being your own boss and being a business owner, and is being able to experience all of those wins. When you're an employee, you get to experience one win because you're in one area. You're only one person. You have a designated task, and that you generally do that task over and over, and you get that one win over and over. And that's great as well if you are an employee. But as a small business owner, as a detailing business owner, you generally wear all of those hats. You're in the sales department, you're in the marketing department, you're in the branding, you're in the customer relations department. You're in all of those departments. And when you achieve and succeed in all of those, you see your business grow. And your business growing is that check mark. It is that win. And when you start getting enough wins, it almost gets addictive. It gets it's fun. That's what is so enjoyable about being a business owner. So my challenge to you is know deep down that you need to be putting in that work in all areas. You need to be, if you're slow and you don't have any clients to service today or tomorrow, or if you have an open gap within your schedule, start marking off time, allotting time within your schedule to start marketing, to get a plan of action for your sales goals, for your marketing goals. Get a plan of action on what you need to change within your business, because those things are what pivots your business in the right direction. So if you're sitting on a couch like I was, waiting for clients to call you and just really unmotivated because you're not getting any wins, then know that there's a lot more to detailing than just detailing. There's a lot more than just picking up a polisher and polishing paint. You need that vehicle to be there, and to get that vehicle there, you need all of those other things, such as marketing, sales, customer relations, networking. You need all of those to get that vehicle in front of you so that you can show your work and show your craft. So I challenge you to put time on your schedule and really focus on building relationships, networking with people, selling to people that you have in front of you. If you have clients, start selling them something. And I don't mean, like I said, I don't mean used car salesman. I mean, offer them something that benefits them. If they say no, that's okay. Don't push it like crazy, but maybe follow up in a nonchalant way. Because here's the thing about selling, and we'll do a whole nother episode around selling as well. But the thing about selling is they're already interested. You're already detailing their vehicle, or they're already calling you. So they're already interested in a service that you offer. So offering them something else, or a better package, is not absurd. It's not out of the ordinary, because they're already interested. You're just offering it to them. If they say no, okay, great. Maybe one more counter before you call it quits. But that's selling in our industry. It's not like a used car salesman. You come in for a sports car and you leave with a minivan because they sold you the minivan and they persuaded you and they were manipulative. That's not what you are. You're offering and they're declining, or they're approving. Either way. So selling is huge. We'll do a whole nother episode around selling. But the key here is knowing that if you're not getting traction and your goals are not being met, and your dream is slowly dwindling, because when your perception of this industry was totally different when you first took the leap to start it. You thought that your work was great. You'd done a ton of friends and family, or maybe you worked for a dealership and your work was better than what you thought the rest was, and you thought that was going to be enough alone. You thought your quality was there, and that was going to be what boosted you into the six figures, the six-figure detailing club, I guess. You thought that alone was going to get you that money, but it's not. It's not enough. You do still have to do good work, but you have to have the canvas to paint on, if that makes sense. You have to. We are artists. Detailing is an art, and you want to show your craft, but you have to have the canvas. You have to have the something to draw on and something to paint on. And that vehicle is our canvas. So without leads and without consistent leads, you have no vehicle to work on. So make sure that you're putting time on your schedule and focusing on marketing, focusing on sales and networking, branding, all of these things. And if you're brand new, just know that it does take a little bit more time. You have to invest a little bit more time up front to start getting that momentum and that domino effect rolling, to get your name floating out there, because no one knows about you right now. But it does get easier. As you're in business, that domino effect spreads and it gets bigger. The word of mouth starts flowing within your community. Your name is starting to be more relevant. So it does get easier in that amount of time that you have to allot for all of these hats or all of these things that you have to do. It goes down and it reduces because your name is spreading and your business is going to come in. But up front, your name is irrelevant. It is nothing at first. So you have to prove yourself, and you have to show that you have to get out there and network. more time up front. So I hope you got something out of this. And again, if you want to learn more in depth, like click by click type of a tutorial on how to do all of these things, from marketing, networking, selling, how to rank on Google, because that takes time as well. That's not an overnight thing. And you want the strategies that you're putting in place on Google My Business and SEO, you want them to be correct, because in 3 to 6 months from now, then it will show that you did it right. If you want to see how to do all of these things, sales strategies, networking, marketing, make sure to check out the Detail community, because I go click by click on how to do all of those things, plus a lot more. There's so many lessons in there and so many things that really dives deep into the business side of detailing, so that you can grow and see success, so that you can start putting money in your pocket and start using that money maybe for vacations, buying a house, the benefit of your money, the profits. You want to see those profits so that you can do more with it, do more, take more vacations, like buy a house, whatever it is that you want to do with the money that you make. But you have to have that money, and you have to do all of these things and know how to do all of these things first, so that you can start making that money. If you want to learn more about that, check out the Detail community. It's only $49 a month again, and it's well worth it, because it's going to make you a lot more money. So it's $49 a month. And if you're watching on YouTube, it's in the description. The link is in there. If you are listening on Apple Podcast or Spotify, go type in thedetailcommunity.com/join, and you can learn all about it. Join us. There's a bunch of detailers in it that are ambitious just like you, and you can connect with them and really dive into your business, the things that you need to show some attention on. So I hope this podcast hit home for somebody, because I've been there as well. I've been that detailer, and that's why I wanted to do an episode all around why detailing just is not enough. We focus way too much on the results and what products are great, and that's the fun part of it maybe to you. But if you really want to succeed, you have to put on all the hats. Put on the marketing hat, the networking hat, the marketing hat, the sales hat. You have to wear all of them, and once you do wear all of them and you master all of them, you're going to get some crazy momentum, and with that crazy momentum, you make more money, and making more money, you get to do those things that you want, like taking time off, buying houses, buy that dream car of yours, whatever it is. But once you start to master those and get those wins, you'll see success. So I hope this hit home for somebody, and check out the next episode on the Detail Spot podcast.